Oh no! We are lost in the nebula!
Oh my goodness, what do we do?
Do you even know what a nebula is? Well, that might be a problem. A nebula is a giant space cloud, and we are lost in one. But how do we get out? I don't know.
Dad, there's some astronauts calling for help.
There are! Now, where might they be? Let's check in the computer.
Beep, 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 beep.
Oh no, Ailani and I are prepping for our trip to Europa to look for signs of alien life. We just got a distress call from
Astronauts.
and we need to go and look about helping. Oh, they just got the message.
Dad, the machine tells me that there's a lot of ships trapped in the nebula.
This is right. I don't know if we can help them, Ailani. Do you think we can?
Yes.
All right, well, maybe we should try.
Dad, if we don't help them, then who will?
I don't know, but maybe that's a great reason to go help. All right, rescue mission time. We're gonna have to hit the warp drive. Are you ready? Go! Wow, we just got out of warp. And what is that?
Is that a Milky Way?
It's a nebula. A nebula is a collection of gas and dust that's spread out really wide across space.
I thought that was a galaxy.
No, there might be galaxies in and around that, but that gas cloud right there is a nebula. Now, we need to be careful because the nebula can be very challenging to navigate, and other ships are trapped.
We have to make sure we don't get stuck too.
This is correct. Now we're gonna get closer and closer to the nebula. Oh, wow, it's so beautiful though. And then,
Beautiful stuff with it.
oh no, Nee. All of our sensors, the computer's just turned off.
Whoa, what do we do?
I don't know.
We can't see anything, but I know who can help. Let's call Kevin.
Kevin J. De Bruin?
Mm-hmm.
No, a different Kevin. This is a different Kevin. This is Kevin, the galactic guardian of sound and light.
Wow.
That's literally the awesomest name that you can have though. Shall we give Kevin a call?
Yep.
Whoa! Hey, Kevin! Kevin is actually blind. And Kevin can tell us how to get out of a nebula because Kevin knows how to use senses beyond just his sight.
Wow.
Now, Nee, why don't you ask Kevin this question?
What was the world like when you could see? What do you remember the most?
What do you remember the most?
Wow. I think because it was so long ago when I could see, over 20 years ago, I would say the world in general was way more simple. We didn't have smartphones. I think I was still rocking a flip phone. But in regards to seeing and not seeing, it was a world of just vibrant color. I think my favorite memory is just the sky. Seeing the crystal clear blue sky and the big puffy clouds. When I think back to a world of sight and stuff, I think of that. I think of the colors of the sky and the clouds and the sunshine.
Oh no, Nee, our instruments are still stuck. Are you getting any reading over there?
No.
Can you check all your computers and tell me if you can see anything?
Nothing, Papa Sean.
Oh no, we gotta do something.
Dad, I'm so angry I can't see this nebula.
I know. I wish we had seen it on the radar, but I don't know what we can do now. We're still lost. Hey, but let's maybe ask Kevin and see if he can give us some advice about how to get unlost.
Mm-hmm.
Nee, can you ask him this question?
How did it feel when you found out you were going blind?
So I actually did not find out that I was going to go blind. It was something that happened totally unexpectedly. So it happened as I had went in for a surgery. We had found out that I had a brain tumor, and I thought that I was just getting to have that brain tumor removed and get on with life. And instead, I actually woke up from that surgery to be left completely blind. So in regards to your question, yeah, I didn't have any idea that I was gonna have this happen to me.
Our sensors are still not working. This one keeps flashing red and blue. I don't even know what that means. Do you know?
No.
It must be bad though. Shall we check the visual scopes again?
Yeah. Dad, there's nothing on the visual scopes.
There's nothing on the visual scopes. I don't know what other devices that we can use. Maybe we can try the star map. Nee, can you see if you can pull up the star map? Oh, did you get anything, Nee?
Let me see. We got something.
What did you get? We got a star map, but I still can't see our way out because I don't know where we're at on the map. Maybe we can ask Kevin for some more information.
We can't see through the view screen, then maybe there's another way.
Maybe there is another way. I don't know what that is though. Because we're thinking about vision, maybe there are different ways to sense the things around us. Let's ask Kevin a question about if he had a different way to sense things after he went blind.
What superpowers did you discover after you losing your sight?
Oh my goodness. So when you lose one sense, people think that, oh man, you must have supersonic hearing abilities. And it's not that I developed any supersonic hearing, but I did have only the hearing to really focus on. And so my family quickly realized that they could not whisper around me because I would hear what they were saying. That was one. And then later on, years down the line, I would actually create what I would say is a superpower, in that I learned how to see again, but through echolocation. And so I learned to see through sound, just like a bat or dolphin. Yeah.
Dad, I think there's a galactic window outside.
Yeah, I can feel the ship moving gently.
There is wind, I can feel it.
Then maybe there's a different way to sense the world outside us. Let's set our instruments to see if we can sense the world in a different way. But Nee, maybe we need to get some more information from Kevin.
Can you tell us how you imagine the world now? What does a tree or sunset feel like in your mind?
What does it feel like, Kevin? That's a great question.
Oh, wow. Such a good question. It's kind of funny because in my mind, I still can picture, I still know what colors are. And so oftentimes I will ask somebody I'm with, family or whatever, what something looks like. Maybe I'm hearing the leaves rustling of the tree, and I might ask them what kind of tree it is, and they might describe it to me. But I've actually come to realize the longer that I've been blind that I really don't have to have people describe stuff as much anymore, simply because I'm able to experience it my own way based on, the feel and the sound. And so, when I talked earlier about wanting to see the sky and loved it, well, now I get to see that it's a clear blue sunny sky based on the fact that the sunshine's hitting my face. Or I can feel the wind hitting my face, running through my hair, and the breeze is there. And then maybe you're out, it's a sunny day, and all of a sudden it gets shady, a shadow. Well, that's how I get to see that the clouds have moved in front of the sun. Instead of just getting to see it in a whole new way through sound and feeling rather than through sight.
Dad, I'll never figure out our way out.
Nee, you're a smart little kid, and you're a really good scientist too. I'm sure that you'll figure something out because I believe in you.
No, that's right.
We're not going to be stuck forever. I'm sure of that. But maybe there's a way to get out of here. What do you think we could do?
Maybe we could, see, I'm not that smart.
Set the sensors to pick up on something other than light? Maybe. You are smart, but this is a really hard challenge.
Thinking about, going outside, pushing the aircraft, but the aircraft is,
Really heavy.
I'll help you stay strong during hard days.
It's really hard to stay strong sometimes. I wonder what helped Kevin.
Two things, my faith and my family. Without either one of those, there's no way I could have done it.
Dad, how do you stay brave?
Well, it's really hard for me to stay brave sometimes. Sometimes I actually get really scared. But you know what I do in those times? I think about the awesome people around me, like your mom. She scares me. She inspires me. Every day, I'm terrified. I'm inspired. And, but she helps me stay strong because I know this. If she can't kill me, nothing can. No, I mean, she helps me understand that I can handle everything. Who is your inspiration, Ailani?
You guess.
Lionel Messi? Cristiano Ronaldo? Luffy?
Luffy.
Luffy's different. That's the guy from
One Piece.
One Piece. Yeah.
It is. Actually, I don't know. Who inspired you when you needed courage?
Yeah, Kevin. Who inspired you when you needed courage?
It's a tough question to think. There was never any one person who inspired me. I feel like I've always gotten my inspiration from different people, from just people's stories who I hear who've overcome things that maybe I was going through. Plus also just inspiration from my own family in seeing how that they have been able to push through hard times. So yeah, I'm sorry my answer is terrible, but I don't have any one particular thing.
You know what? But do you know what inspired me when I was a little kid, Nee? Was a punching doll that bounces back up every time you hit it. You hit it and it go boing, boing, a boing. You know why? Every time it got knocked down, it bounced back up. Just like this. Go ahead and punch me. Do it again.
Imagine.
There we go. But do you know who really inspires me? Your Grandma Carolyn. Your Grandma Carolyn, when she was really young, had to deal with some major challenges. And even though it was really tough for her, she got back up and kept going. She is my hero.
My hero? I don't know who my hero is.
Nee, can you ask Kevin this question?
Who's one of your heroes?
It'd have to be my grandparents. My grandparents, both my mom's parents and my dad's. My personal opinion, I feel like they came from the greatest generation there is. And I've watched them build families and lives from nothing. And so for myself, they are definitely my heroes.
Dad, I think that I've got this theory that's great.
It might work. Let's plug it into the computer and see if it can help us find our way out. Nee, I think you did it.
Yes.
But you only were able to do it because you never gave up and you kept trying, just like Kevin taught us.
I played this game yesterday. I went and I fell like so many times, but I didn't give up. So you suffer at first, and win at the end.
That's right. You never give up. You keep going and you win in the end. Now, it reminds me of something called grit, Ailani. Grit is kind of the ability to not quit and never give up. Just like that. Now, Nee, can you ask Kevin this question?
What does grit mean to you?
Oh, for me, grit is showing up even when it's uncomfortable. Even when you don't want to do the thing, but you make yourself do it anyways. That is tapping into some grit.
Wow, what an awesome answer. I want to have more grit too.
Dad, I think if I use the computer in a new way, I can get my computer to see where we're at by my tablet.
All right. If we turn on the drawing app, and it will give us a visual representation of what it senses outside.
Drawing.
Who knows? We can try something new and see if it works.
Do you think being blind help you become more creative?
I think it helped me realize that I could be creative in a different way. So before becoming blind, I was very visual. I was always a very big visual learner, and I loved to draw and color and all these things that relied on vision. And so when I became blind, I lost that sense of creativity. I didn't know how to get to harness it until I learned about using audio through podcasting and such, where I learned, hey, I found a whole new way to get to be creative, but this time with my voice rather than drawing something on paper.
Nee, your tablet worked. I can see where we're at. It looks like those are the other spaceships too around us. Good job. Yeah. Now, Nee, we were able to accomplish this because you didn't give up. And I'm proud of you. You didn't though. You stuck with it. And that's what grit is.
Hey everyone, can you hear me?
Ailani, they can. All of the other ships are saying that they're here. But you know what? we need to find a way to show them out. Maybe we need to give them a little bit of hope.
What's something most people don't realize about being blind?
It is a good question.
I think one of the biggest things is it can make you feel very alone. I often say that one of the times when I feel the most alone is when I'm in a room surrounded by people. And that might sound very strange, but when you're blind and you can't see, you can't make eye contact with somebody across the room. You can't just easily get up and move freely throughout the room because you're worried you're going to be bumping into people. And so on a negative, I would say that's something that a lot of people don't realize is that being blind, it can be very easy to feel alone.
Wow, it's just kind of like us. Kevin said that when you're blind, you can be surrounded by people, but they don't even know that you're there, or you don't even know that they're there. It's kind of like us in this nebula. We're surrounded by other ships, but we can't even see them.
They're all out there and they're just as lost as we were.
That's right, Nee, and we can find them and we can help them. But we're alone in a crowd right now, but we have to find a way to communicate to them. I wonder how we can communicate to these other ships that can't see us.
Signal.
How do we signal? Let's talk to Kevin one more time.
If you could teach every kid one thing about life, what would it be?
What would it be?
Things aren't always gonna go the way that you think. You're probably at some point in life gonna have some stuff happen, but I would want every kid to understand that you will get through it though. That sometimes, even though life doesn't go like you thought it would, in the end, if you give it enough time, it's all gonna work out in the end.
Nee, maybe we can send out a sonar message, a boom, boom, through the space cloud. Let's press the button and see if we can send a message to these other ships. Whoa! I think they got the message, Nee. And they're all gonna follow us. Let's get out of this nebula.
Yeah.
Backing out. Whoa! Thank you, Kevin, the galactic guardian of sound and light, for helping us understand that sometimes you don't need your eyes to understand the world around you. Sometimes you can use your hearing or other senses that you might have.
Using my eyes, and I'll try to talk.
Hi, Ailani, can you hear me?
I can hear you coming from over here.
That's right. And Kevin could make clicking sounds and see the whole room. How cool is that?
How?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Sound wave?
Yeah.
The sound wave?
Yeah, baby, through sound waves. Now, we got everything up and running, and it is time to go home. Are you ready for this?
What?
Whoa! Wow. Thank you, Kevin, the galactic guardian of sound and light. You were awesome. And we got home because of your help. Are you ready for our next adventure?
Yeah.
What do you want to do next? Explore the Amazon? Not quite yet.
We already did that.
We did do that, but we're gonna do some other fun things too, like go and shrink ourselves down to the size of insects. And we're also, I can't remember, but it's gonna be cool. We'll see you guys next time. Be sure to like and subscribe to
Ailani's Let's All Proud.
Yeah, there's no place like home.